Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of Oxygen Not Included with me, Scruffy Joe. I'm going to dive straight back in. It's just the beginning of night time, so I'm just going to quickly fast forward through the night time and get us to the following day. Now yesterday I was complaining that I couldn't get this to turn around. It's because this doesn't turn around, it doesn't make any difference. I was getting confused with the bottle emptier, which is like this, which does turn around. You press the O key. Obviously it makes a difference which direction it's going to drip. There you go, sorry about that, that was just me being a little bit daft. Let's not worry about me being daft though, nobody ever worried about that before. Okay, so we need some power. And I'm going to put that in here, like this. I've got it still turned on fast, haven't I? Let's just turn it down so you can see what's going on. We're going to dig this out. What we're actually going to do is move some water around as well, but that's not something we're going to do right now. We're going to do that in a minute. Maybe in a couple of days. For now, we're going to plonk a generator there. Now we're going to realise we haven't got enough copper. Oh, also, they finished building these, so I said this one was going to be for just dirt. Just dirt, so they'll just load dirt in there. When they build this machine, it uses dirt and water to make food. Not amazingly healthy, but hey, you get what you can get. Now, as you can see also, these gradually disappear. This was 5 blocks first off, now it's only 2. So we are going to gradually run out of water, sorry not water, oxygen, unless we find a way to build our own oxygen. Which is cool, we can do that, not a problem. Other things to worry about, water tends to break through sand and algae, so this is not going to hold out long term. So I think what I might have to do about that is a little bit of mucking around like so. Something along these lines so that my guys can get into this pool and then do this. That will stop the water from breaking through. It's really cold. Why are you cold? You're walking through wetness. That's why you're cold. Let's get the mop out. Let's fix that. Fix this. Sort that all out. How much copper do we have? Because we need to... Early days in this game can be a little bit of a, oh no, what do I need now? It's kind of don't panic. Just sort of think, what would you desperately need? A source of food. But we haven't got one of those. In order to make a source of food, we're going to need copper. Wire this to this. We're also going to need, as I said earlier, a couple of batteries, which we'll just plonk over there. We're going to need some wire like that. That's all copper. Copper, 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 copper. Let's see, copper. See, coppery goodness. This is all copper. We're going to go and dig that out as quickly as we possibly can. Now unfortunately, not a lot of air over there, so that's going to cause a bit of a problem, but enough of it should drift up here so that they won't all pass out. And I'll tell you what I can do to make that slightly better. Just knock that one out there and then give that a higher priority. Oh no, he's already done it. That's cool. How you getting on, guys? See some decent hopping around here. Now they don't particularly like getting cold, that's going to upset some people. That however will stop the water, that's all we really care about. Oh, he's happy. So why? Happy about algae? Suppose it takes all sorts. I'm just happy that it's day 3 and nobody's wet themselves yet. That's going to fix everything. Yeah. Now we've built that, we can do this. And that'll be even sturdier. That wheel noise that we just heard is this. So we can get a new duplicant. Now this is okay. You're going to do this every 3 days. There'll be a new duplicant, and with this game you often reach a point where everything's balanced and it's working fine, and then you take in a new person and suddenly you don't have enough food, you don't have enough electricity to heat everything that they use, and the entire thing collapses. However, you know, let's go for it. Mouth breather, likes cooking, likes farming, ugly crier. Let's go for it. Kind. Hassan, should we rename Hassan? I've run out of cats. I have to use a past cat. Cats from the past. This would have to be Danny. Danny only had 3 legs. He was amazing. But there we go. We will take Danny. Cat. Welcome to the world. Go and choose the bedroom on the end. Okay, so we're all liking this. This is good. This is safe. We still need to go and get the copper. Go and prioritise me some copper, please. Copper, 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 copper. Okay. I'm going to speed up the clock a minute while they gather that. Now they've gone a bit slow here because they've realised that there's not enough room for everyone to get over there at the same time and do the same thing. Okay. Copper. Okay. Next, we are going to need a science machine for doing the research. It's only going to be temporary. We don't need a science machine forever because we're going to do the science and then we're going to demolish it. Oops. Bit wrong. Okay. Oh man, run out of copper again. Where's the 4th man? Okay. We are running out of food. So, if we're running out of food, this, and this, and this, this, not that. That can go back to being a 5. Oh. We want the machine to be a 5, but the thing to be a 7, so they do the work fast. Gather me copper, boys. Okay. Still got plenty of oxygen. Not producing any, but let's not worry about that. Let's not worry about that yet. Okay, over here. This is a new biome. And this is a new biome. This is the kind of swamp biome. And this is the kind of rocky, awful, chlorine-y biome. The good thing about this game is that it'll give you a puzzle. Like, for example, we don't have any food. Mush bars. So we're going to turn dirt and water into a mush bar. Disgusting. I'm going to do it continuously for a bit. Because at the moment, we've only got 8. nutrient bars left. So we're going to make some mush bars. Now, one thing I need to quickly do is the priorities. So everybody has a list of jobs. Some of them are good at the jobs, some of them are bad at the jobs. And what we don't want is people cooking who have a cooking skill of 0, because that is a recipe for disaster. We want to make Pepper somebody doing the cooking, the priority. So when there's cooking to be done, it needs to be him. Sorted. Alright, similarly, research. When we get our research going, we want somebody with some learning skill doing our research. We only want the one person with learning skill doing the research. We do not want anybody else doing the research, because they'll be really slow at it. And that makes it's all about people management and time management. So you want your food produced by somebody who's not going to poison you and who's going to do it quickly. You want your research done and out of the way so you can get on with mucking around with the rest of the game. The other thing I worry about is art, because it takes quite a long time to do art, and if you're really bad at it, you can waste a lot of resources and effort making something which is ugly as hell, which is going to make stuff look worse, not better. So, just those 3 things, I'm going to fix those for now. Everything else can remain as is, with everybody taking a turn as and when it's required. So this is all working well. So, maximum efficiency. We've got water next to our thing which needs water, and a container with dirt in it next to our thing which needs dirt. That's sorted. Up here we have, I'm going to need to fix the floor. Why does that not need power? Ah, because I'm an idiot. Whoops. Okay, so that will get that powered up, and then we can start learning things, which we need to do pretty quickly, because when this is full, we're going to end up with a load of poo. And ideally, you want to turn that into compost, because, like I said earlier, this game gives you puzzles, and then gives you ways to fix those puzzles. But those ways to fix puzzles, like a toilet to fix the problem of needing a poo, what do you then do with everything else that comes out of that? So the answer is this. You compost it. So we're going to research basic farming. Somebody should run straight up there, some water and some dirt in this machine, and away they shall go. It's quite nice actually, because we've not given them many jobs to do. They're all collecting all the stuff. Now nearly completely full of dirt, and as it's dirt's useful, so they're going to keep that there. Fantastic. This is an unrefrigerated box. Really, we want people to go and put things as a priority in there, because it's better than leaving food just lying on the floor. And that is the end of cycle 4. So, we now have no oxygen producing rocks up here. Only 1, 2, 3, and that's nearly broken. 4. We're nearly out of oxygen producing rocks, which means we need a machine to make air. So that's what we're going to worry about when tomorrow's cycle starts. Let's just breeze through the night. Everyone enjoy their happy +1 morale bedroom. And morning! Here we go. Okay, so air. In our oxygen we can make an algae deoxidizer. This uses power to produce air. I'm going to plonk it there, because then the air will rise, some of the air will go through this door, and we'll be able to sleep in comfort. When we finished researching farming, we are then going to need to try and find a way of researching tiles which allow air through them. That's a problem, because otherwise airflow will not do very well. Now we also, if we can, want to make a wash basin, so that when people go to the toilet, they wash their hands. Because who knew? That presents disease. got an overlay for disease. It is there, germ overlay. So, he's covered in germs, his bed's covered in germs, toilet's not covered in germs, these guys covered in germs. When there are too many germs, they go and green everything. So you've just gone to the toilet, you've added a whole load of germs, and then you're spreading those germs around the entire base. This isn't a good situation. We want to try and get rid of germs, otherwise everyone are going to get food poisoning. It's not good times. So, wash basin there. That'll sort that out. Might put another one down here, actually. Yeah, do that. So hopefully, people making food will have to wash their hands, and people using the toilet will have to wash their hands. Now you get into the problem of this game, because you'll notice that they're not building anything anymore, and that's because this guy is running in the wheel to try and charge these batteries. The batteries are powering this device and this device. This guy needs to make food. This guy needs to do research. So you've only got one spare guy, and he's got to do everything else. Absolutely everything else. Go, 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 Danny. Tidy up the world. Now, what we've got here, we've got 15,000 edible. They eat 1,000 each a day. So that's actually a couple of days worth. So what we can do is say, hey, start making food. So that's finished. We're going to leave that for a bit. We're going to let this number, this 15,000, we're going to let that run down until there is 1,000 per person. So at the moment that'll be 4,000, but by the time it runs down that low, there will be 5 of us. Now hopefully we should have a second person free to be useful, and the useful things that they should do is make wash basins. There we go. One wash basin. And the next job, of course, we want them to do is make this bad boy so that we can produce oxygen. And then I'll get a slight warm feeling of self-sufficiency before the next series of problems become apparent. There's a problem right there. That toilet is now full. And we don't have our composter yet. Issues. How far are we from composter? Ooh, quite a long way. Okay, put some water in the wash basin. Good lad. Taking ages to repair this toilet. And you know what I'm going to do? I am going to deal with a potential problem in the future by putting a second toilet. Because you can never have enough toilets, in my opinion. Who doesn't want a second toilet? Toilets for the win. Let's just do that. Unfortunately, because we've only got enough blokes now to not have a lot of spare people, everything goes a bit slower. And this guy seems to love collecting things. It's cool. He's still repairing the toilet. Look at that miserable face. Oh no. Someone's going to make a mess. Unless we can empty this toilet. Okay. What's going on with the toilet, guys? Why is the toilet still full? Dun dun dun. This is not. This is going to end up with wee everywhere. Oh no, we're okay. Is that a bug? Just emptied the toilet and it still looks full. No. Somebody's wet themselves. No! Wednesday! Oh, we've got dribbles. Oh, look at that. That was a massive one. I mean, we all sit at our computers and we get carried away doing things, you know, researching stuff. I don't think I've ever produced that much urine. That's ridiculous. Okay, now, this has prompted the birth of a new problem, because we now have bottles of polluted water all over the place, and we need to deal with that polluted water, because otherwise you just end up with polluted water everywhere, which, I mean, I can't think of a plus side to having a load of polluted water everywhere. There isn't one. So we need to make a place to put all of our polluted water, which we're going to do over here. Probably going to be about that big, and it's going to be lined like so, and it's going to have a ladder which is going to go down there, and it is going to have a pump for dumping water, and it's the O key goes there. Okay, that's how that's going to work. Ooh, it would just develop farming. Right, so in the refinement section we need a compost heap, which we will put there like that, and then they will take this polluted dirt, put it on the compost heap, and it will turn into compost. We don't actually need the compost yet. We will do yet later on, but not ready for it quite yet. And we'll just do some other research as well, because we need big batteries, and we need a job board, and we need plumbing, and we need all of this stuff. This is all amazing stuff, and we need all of it. All of these things. Not quite sure about all of that sort of stuff, but we definitely need these things. So let's get batteries and switches. I'm not sure that's the best idea. Oh, yummy! Let's sit down on this pile of poo and eat our dinner. What's he playing at? That's just crazy. One of the things in this game which I used to really enjoy was the stress reactions of people. You see up here we've got this stress. Currently one dude is on 3%. When they get up to 100%, they have their stress reaction, which was said on the when you were picking the characters at the beginning. I picked a lot of stress vomiters. There's a couple of other things you can get, which are ugly criers. I mean, no one likes an ugly crier. There's also destructive, which I try and avoid the destructive people because they'll just break your stuff, and if they break something important, it can be a real nightmare to get it sort of back to how it should be. So okay, this is now going to be cycle 5, so let's have a quick look at the state of the base. We have a source of food. We have a source of oxygen, which isn't turned on because nobody can be bothered to power that up, so I think maybe we'll just force that to happen tomorrow. So we've got 2 of the small batteries, which aren't very good. They run down too fast, and it's a bit of a pain in the backside. 1 source of electricity, that's all fine. We don't need to do very much else other than get this made so that we can get rid of all of this stinky, smelly water, because we don't want that hanging around. So kind of forward thinking, really, things to think about. We've got to do the first level of science in across the field. Have a quick look at this screen here. So power, I've just explained power. Let's not worry about jobs just quite yet, because that didn't used to exist. Plumbing, this is going to be extremely important, but not until we've got slightly better power. Ventilation, similarly, we need better sources of oxygen, because in this game you've only got so much algae, and then when the algae's gone, you're really in a bit of a fix. So you end up having to split water to get oxygen out of it, and some hydrogen, which again makes more problems for you because you have to deal with the hydrogen. But that's okay because you can sort of scoop it all up and turn it into power. Very complicated. We'll get there. We'll probably get there by about day 20 or 30. But right now this is still very early days. At the moment we're just fighting the eternal struggle against bad germs and not having enough people to get stuff done. Now we are also starting to run out of air, which is a problem. Just need stuff. Deliver stuff. I think I'm going to set the delivery schedule on this to... There we go. I'm going to give it a 6 because I don't want people doing it all the time, but I do want them doing it as soon as it thinks it needs it. Like, we need to have oxygen more than we need to get rid of this. And that's fine. That's now chugging away and that's gouting out air. And you can watch over time that's going to drift up and fill this base. These red patches, they're not breathable. So in the bedroom, we've actually got a bit of a situation because people can't breathe in the bedroom. Now, as we build the base, at the moment we've only got tiles. What we really want is tiles which let air go through them, and I think that's in one of the sciences, and I think it is... Let's find it. I think it's ventilation or something. Pressure airflow tile. There we go. So second one of those. We should probably prioritise doing this because you can't really build very much unless you can put some of these in your floor and in your roof. It's a bit awkward. So anyway, how are we doing? I think he's running. Charging all the batteries. They do this automatically. You can set all of these things. You can say, when do you want me to charge the battery? You want me to charge it when it's half full, when it's totally full? Obviously, it's totally full is pointless. I think normally they get to 50%, and that's when somebody comes and will have a turn on the hamster wheel. This darkness means that there's very little air over here. I think I might need to think about... Yeah, look. There's no air producing rocks anymore. A couple down here. But there's also slime, and as I said, slime produces polluted air on its own. It just kind of oops out. Goes boop. We don't really want a base full of polluted air. That's going to be a pain. We equally don't want a base with no air, so I'm going to have to start thinking about doing some fairly radical getting extra air things. Now, that's an idea. We can just... Way! Good ladder drawing. Nice one. So we can just do that. And then that. Oh, that's the wrong button. I need the dig button. There we go. Do that and that. And that should be good. So this, I mean, this air, as I said, oxygen rises. It's not going to be excellent, but because there'll be high pressure oxygen here and very low pressure oxygen here, it will still seep downwards, and that'll work for the time being. I have just dug through some sand, which has caused a bit of a bed-based issue, but we can fix all that. Where are they going? Oh, thank goodness! I thought they were running off. It was the end of the day. That would have been a nightmare. So yeah, oh, compost. That's working good. We're going to need a container to keep spare poo. Because what we don't want, this is sort of green bubbles are not an ideal thing to have floating around. Is there a bathroom room? Latrine or washroom? What do we want? We haven't got flush toilets. Awesome. We can make a... Right, let's just... We put the door there, the door there, tile there, oops, tile there. Let's just turn this into a just polluted dirt, please, in there. Lovely. had probably broken this room, haven't I? Doesn't count as a bedroom anymore. See, this is what happens when you try and play a game and you've forgotten all the rules. Okay, what I'm going to do... Not that I forgot the rules, I've never played with bedrooms. Crikey. Right, let's fix that problem by deconstructing a bit of ladder. And then when it gets to nearly bedtime, I will send somebody up here on a high priority job to build 2 blocks there. Yeah, that should work. Just need to wait for the time to click round. Right, how are we doing on food? That's still great. 4 mush bars, 4 nutrient bars, and some muck root. We don't really want to eat the muck root. Okay. Do some more science. What did I say? Ventilation. I want to do that. Do that. Okay. How is it looking in the bedroom in terms of oxygen? Better. Yeah, that's looking much more breathable. Okay, so what we will do then, not dig, let's just put a couple of tiles in there and there, whoopsie days, don't need that one, and let's just high prioritise those. Oh, quick as you like please chaps. Okay, now we are coming to the end of cycle 6 and I think I am going to probably end this episode at this point in time. Tomorrow will be cycle 7. We will have a 5th chap joining the group. Gonna need to try and find a new bedroom for him, I think. Maybe we'll build one on top. It looks like quite a sensible place. This has got lots of oxygen already. What else are we gonna need to do tomorrow? We're probably gonna need to... Well, we need to get this finished. In fact, I don't know why they haven't... Is it because they can't reach over there? Because they can't reach over there. Got a ladder there. And they could stand on top of it. Hop over. Fix that problem. Yep. So, fix that. Clear up all this dirty water. Carry on, maybe turn on some food production tomorrow. Just so we don't get low. Monitor the air levels. Think about where the next place to dig is. Did that turn into a bathroom? Yes it did, and that's turned back into a bedroom. Brilliant. Excellent. Okay, they're all having dinner. They still hate their dinner, but they are having it. So, you know, it's not all bad. Not all bad. Okay, right. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and sorry it's been a little bit shambolic, but whatever, that's the way I play games. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. If you have, please tick the like button, and if you would like to see more of this kind of stuff, then give me a subscribe and leave a comment below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.